Hi everyone, Lisa Valentine here, Design Team Coordinator for Swirlydoos Kit Club, and I want to welcome you to our July kit. And I've got to say, I started taking it out of the package, and in the back of my mind, I started going, bow chicka wow wow. I mean, this is a really hot kit in my opinion. I love the colors, beautiful papers. So without further ado, let's get to it. We have some really pretty laces and trims. As you can see, we're looking at this really pretty emerald that has a nice little scalloped edge to it. We have this beautiful yellow kind of shimmery chiffon. Say that 10 times fast. We have this great little piece of cord. It's like a pink-ish sort of color. It's very pretty, and this will be gorgeous for lacing or edging out flowers, or even, you know, creating borders around your pictures. Pretty stuff. As I mentioned last month, Chrissy adds in a little pot of this yummy goodness. It's an acrylic silk glaze, and this is in spiced pumpkin, and trust me when I tell you, it's beautiful. Now this I had to open up already, so I've already experienced this once, but for those of you who kind of grew up in the 80s, or, you know, are still stuck there, you might recognize this as, do you remember all the really thick bracelets, and even some of the beaded and studded bracelets? I'm not talking about the dog collars and things, but see, wouldn't this make a great little bracelet? Never mind, moving on. Okay. We have these great little vintage trinkets from the Thin & Bare collection at Prima, little hammered edge brads, really nice colors. We've got some, looks like brass, some nickel, and some copper colors. Prima flowers. These are in a really pretty sort of peachy kind of hue color. We also have, hiding under here, some really nice chipboard, little edge here, you guys can see that, and we have a really pretty bird cage, really pretty, kind of matches the paper. We have some Kaisercraft rub-ons. This is from their Miss Empire collection. Gorgeous rub-ons, and again, you know, a little tip with rub-ons is I find it helpful to actually use my finger. I find, and this could just be me, but coincidence every single time is when I actually spend some time rubbing over the top of the rub-on, it's almost like the heat from my finger seems to help with the transfer. Now to the paper. Oh, look at how pretty. Which way does this go? Could go anywhere, I suppose. Kaisercraft Miss Empire collection. Beautiful die cut. Oh, look at all the fun stuff you could do with this. Anyway, alright, moving on. It's very pretty, don't you think? We have some stickers. Really nice stickers, actually. See how they just pop right off like that? Some nice edging here. Use these as edges right down to the right end of the paper, all the way up through. Really pretty. Nice. These will go great for cards, or to add some sort of dimension and layer to your pages. Oh, shut up. Look at this. I love it. I love that it's a completely different shaped die cut. You know, your normal die cuts, they're beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I love something different, and this is gorgeous. I love this shape. Gosh, this could just, I don't want to ruin it. Again, with Kaisercraft. And keeping with the Kaisercraft collection, look at this. You know, color doesn't seem to be coming out really well, but this is a nice deep sort of like dark chocolate color. Beautiful shades of blues and oranges and pinks here. This is beautiful. Woo! Look at that. This is a much deeper, vibrant orange than appears to be coming out on the monitor right now. It's beautiful. Woohoo! Keeping with Kaisercraft, gosh, this is a little steampunkish. Go figure. Beautiful, nice rusts and blues. God, I love these colors. This is like right up my alley. Beautiful lined paper. Gorgeous. Looks like we have a little embellishment page here. Some borders that you could cut out. More things here. Oh, look at that. This is beautiful. This is like a tea-stained kind of background. I really don't know how to describe the color to you, but it is kind of like a tea-stained sort of neutral background with this really pretty blue repeating design. It's beautiful. It's very vintage. More Kaisercraft. Look at the flowers. God, I love those colors. It reminds me of fall, and that's just my favorite time of year. Beautiful. Now see, this one's a little bit different. We still have our browns in here, but what we have kind of going on along the sides, and I don't know if you can really see this, is we have some of that pink and peach kind of coming through. It's a little bit more on the pink side. It's really very pretty. Woo. This is Prima. And I love this. What can I say? I'm in love. Gosh, you know, sometimes you just look at paper and you just don't want to touch it. And I really don't want to touch this. This is beautiful. I could put this in a frame right now and just stick it on my wall the way it is. More with a vintage sort of lined paper. Yum. More Prima here. Gorgeous. You know what this kind of reminds me of, this paper here by Prima? You know when you get a piece of acrylic and then you add some alcohol ink to it and then you add a little bit of solvent, and how the solvent kind of like, you know, splooshes it around and you get a little bit more clear spots with darker edges? It's exactly what this reminds me of. Very pretty. Wow, that's our main kit, people. Woohoo! Now, if you're anything like I am, I also order a patterned paper add-on because I want one of, I need to have 2 of each of these. It's just, how can you only have 1 of these? I mean, what if you wanted to use the back side? And like I said, what if you really wanted to just frame one? Okay, enough about that. All right, so let's get on now to the coordinated cardstock. Looks like we're using Coordinations again. Love Coordinations paper. It's solid, it's heavy. It holds up, takes a lot of abuse. And again, we have 12 sheets of paper that is coordinated to our main kit. So we have this really pretty peach, it's beautiful sort of aqua blue, black. God, you can't go wrong with black. Like a salmon-y kind of color, darker blue, and this really pretty kind of like lilac. It's like a pinky purple. Beautiful Coordinations cardstock. We'll go to our flower add-on, which you can also purchase additionally. We have some really pretty blues with our petaloos, and my favorite petaloo flowers, the textured elements. Love these. I love texture. Prima. Beautiful shades. And more Prima flowers, part of our add-on. And then we have our embellishment add-on, which I'm dying to mess with this. I really am. Look at, people, more of our 80s sort of bling. This would make a great choker. How sad is that? I'm dating myself. Crap. Okay. And then we have some of these more Kaisercraft out of their Miss Empire collection. Little tiny little sort of die cut pieces parts. Is that a name? They should really label these pieces parts. These are really nice. Great for cards. Great just to add a little bit of dimension to your pages. Embellish up your pictures. This was what I was waiting to get my hands on. Stamps. Look at how pretty. Let's see if I can get them out of here. This again is from the Miss Empire collection, Kaisercraft. These are labeled as the frames. It probably wasn't smart, was it? Look at how pretty. Look at. Use some embossing powder and make those pop. Really pretty. Or, you know, you can stamp with you know, more of a dye-based ink rather than the water-based, and then you can get out your Ranger markers. Any of you guys have your Ranger distress ink markers and color in these flowers and stuff and color in the edges. How pretty. We have some wooden buttons here from Prima. And that is our embellishment kit. Don't forget to check out the video below on the Technique kit. It's got some really fun stuff in there. And I hope you have a great time on our blog hop. And don't forget to come back and leave a message here for us so that you can take a chance in winning a prize. Thanks again. You guys have a great day.